We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Following breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
We need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
What is going on in the world? Welcome to Isolation20 Podcast, episode number 65. I'm your host, DreRawka. Hopefully you and your family had a great week. Hopefully you're having a great week going into Valentine's Day. Well, actually, we're recording this on Valentine's Day. So hopefully you guys got all your lovings in. As I'm lighting my candle, my new scented candle, Juicy Watermelon. Yo, I just realized that it was watermelon. Was that a racist joke, wifey? Just playing. Yeah, man. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is an interesting day because it's like, obviously it's a man-made holiday, right? I say obviously like I looked this up. No, I'm just assuming. But it was always a tricky thing growing up, right? Because when you're in elementary school, you know, that third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, it's always like the group effort, right? Let me make sure I get the bomb, like the best cards, right? The Ninja Turtle cards, the Power Ranger cards, the Pokemon cards, to write them out for my whole class, right? We get the little list, and it's like 24, 30 students in my class, right? Mind you, those cards ain't cheap. Plus, you got to get the candy to go with it. If you just give the card, you're a broke boy. If you just give the card, you feel kind of weird, right? So you go to the store, you're looking at the little section. You're like, man, I don't want to get something too kiddie, right? I know we're kids, but we're still in third grade, fourth grade. We act like we're cool, right? We act like we're super cool. And so, you know, you always look at the different cards and whatnot, and you find the ones that you actually like. And then you go to class, and there's always, that day is kind of a one-off day, right? Because you don't ever do any work. You're always just playing with your friends. You know, you sneaking candy, right? Oh, yo, you got the Starburst. Yo, I ain't get you don't give me the orange one. Nah, nobody likes the orange or the yellow. You already know what kind we like. It's that red and that pink. Don't play yourself. Those are the ones. Why don't we ever get no grape flavored Starburst? Like the grape flavored Starburst would have been lit. Or banana flavor Starburst would have been lit. I know there's the yellow, which is lemon, but I'm not a lemon guy. Like I'd rather have the banana. But then, you know, you have that day, and that day's fun. You know, all your friends and everything's good. And then you get into sixth grade, and you don't know what to do. Yo, do we buy for the class? Do we just buy for somebody that we kind of digging around this middle school time? It gets really confusing around middle school. And then around high school, it just gets depressing because now you have the Valentine's Day dance. Now you have to ask a girl out to the dance, and now you have to get, you know what I mean, fly. You gotta get their nice sneakers. You know what I mean? It was a tough time as a kid during this time of the year. But now, you know, as a father, as a husband and whatnot, it's kind of like I try to do nice things for my wife every day. You know what I mean? Whether if it's cooking, whatever it is, like nice meals. You know what I mean? I try to get her flowers. You know what I mean? When I'm at the store, get her some nice flowers. Even though I probably know she don't like them. She says she does, but I don't know if she really does. Fun fact. When we were dating, when I was courting my girl now, excuse me, I bought her flowers. I bought her flowers. It was nice. I was a broke boy. I didn't have no money. I was hella in debt, getting payday loans like they were fucking Tic Tacs because nobody told me better. And so I was acting like I was balling, right? I was like, yo, let me get some flowers. Flowers are like $24.99. It's a lot of money for me back then. And so I get her flowers and I give them to her. And she looked like I just handed her a bunch of dog shit. That's the look she gave me. And so I'm like, damn, you didn't like the flowers. I you know what I mean? Kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. But then I started to get her more flowers, and then she showed me that she appreciated it a little bit more, probably because they were more expensive. I mean, we went from $24 flowers to $84, dollar flowers. Very big difference between going to, Family Dollar and going to the flower patch. Big difference. I must have did something right. I mean, she hasn't left in 10 years. But man, now and Valentine's Day is me. How can I do nice things and whatnot? So I shower her with the things she likes. You know what I mean? The body lotions, the candles. You know what I mean? The smell good. She loves all that Bath and Body Works. Anything Bath and Body Works, she's down with. So that's what I gotta throw at her. So I go into Bath and Body Works yesterday. Funny. I pulled up and I have a team meeting, so I have to hop on a team meeting and get on camera and stuff. So I'm literally walking through Bath and Body Works and going through the store, and my teammates, they're making fun of me. They're like, you stupid, you making fun of me, right? And I just realized that it's because they were single. They're single and they don't got nobody to shop for, and they don't got nobody to give them anything or receive any kisses on Valentine's Day. I get it now. The people that throw the shade during this time of the year, during this day, it's the people same people that celebrate Galentine's Day. Galentine's Day, don't play yourself. Don't do it. Come on, we really know what that is. It's women empowerment. I don't need no girl. I don't need no man. Ain't nobody gonna take care of me. Okay, you still want a hug, don't you? No, I don't. Yeah, all right. So you're gonna arrange a little meeting with all your little broke down sad friends, and y'all gonna sit down and drink mimosas and watch Waiting Till Exhale and eat pepperoni pizza and call it Galentine's. Stop it. You're mad because you ain't got no hugs. That's it. You mad because you ain't got no hugs. That's what Galentine's Day is. So stop it. We know the real truth. Don't play yourself. So my team, they laughing at me. I'm perusing Bath and Body Works. Some of my teammates are like, yo, she'll like this one. She'll like that one, right? And I'm like, I'm looking at the candles. I'm smelling the candles. Come to find out, I've been doing the sniff test all wrong. Apparently, you're not supposed to smell the candle directly. Apparently, you're supposed to take the lid off and smell the lid. Fun fact, I didn't know that. So my teammate says that. So I had to pull the card, right? Miss Bath and Body Work lady. I think her name was Mele, I think. It's a Polynesian chick. Really nice lady. I'm like, hey, yo, I got a question for you. Oh, yeah, sir. How can I help you? I was like, hey, I got a question for you. She was like, are you on live right now? And I was like, oh, no, it's my team meeting. We have to have FaceTime. We have to have, the little Slack meeting, and we have to do this. She's like, oh, okay. I'm like, I'm not going to put you on camera. Don't worry. I was like, but one of my teammates, they told me I've been sniffing the wrong way. She's like, oh, you've been sniffing the wrong way? I'm like, yeah, sounds crazy, but I've been sniffing the wrong way, I guess. Can you clear some things up for me? She's like, yeah, sir, what's up? I'm like, how do you smell a candle? How do you take a smell test of the candle? And she's like, oh, well, there's a couple of ways that you can do it. And then she broke down a science to me. I was like, Mele, wow, you are amazing. But one threw me off. I'm not going to lie. This is what she did. All right, she took the candle. She takes the lid off the candle. She says, Dre, you can smell the container. You can smell the lid if you want to. That's great. That's a great way to do it. But if you really want to get a real sniff, if you really want to know how to sniff this candle, if you really want to know what flavor your candle scent you're getting, you're going to take these two fingers and you're going to wipe right on the candle, right on the wax. You're going to wipe it. And then you're going to smell your fingers. Yo. I said, Mele, did you just finger my candle? And she says, oh, no, this is just the best way to find out what scent's going to really come out for this candle. I said, come off this candle? She said, yeah. I said, Mele, I'm married. Mele, I'm buying this candle for my wife. And you sitting here fingering my candle, telling me to sniff the fingers and that it's going to tell you what scent comes after it? I about lost my mind in that Bath and Body Works. I about lost it, man. So regardless, I bought like 10 candles, matched them with the body cream lotion that comes with it, right? The same scent as the candle I got from the lotion. Man, she tried to hustle me though, man. She tried to hustle me. Mele had it going on. She was like, oh, and if you would like something for yourself, sir, we have the gentleman's side over here. I looked at it and I swear to God, it said, oh, it started blinging. Blah. It looked like it had a filter on it. It was all shimmering and everything. And all of a sudden, I heard the theme song, the Tool Time. You know the song, Home Improvement. Y'all, you know Tim the Tin Man. Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Yeah, that theme song was popping in my head, and then I just smelled leather, and I smelled burgundy. I know a color had a scent, but it had a scent. That and whiskey. It's what this whole section smelled like. And I was like, damn. Let me get 2 lotions for myself, too. So, needless to say, man, I'm going to be having top ramen until probably until about Easter. I think that's when I can re-up. I think that's what we're done with birthdays. We're done with the quotable holidays, mentionable holidays. Other than St. Patrick's Day, I think we mentioned St. Patrick's Day, right? Shout out to my boy O'Connor. He's the one that made me really fall in love with the Irish culture. I mean, I love the music, the food, the colors, the atmosphere, the drinks. I mean, stereotypical stuff. And if you're like in Ireland or something, you're like, we don't do that. That ain't us. You like cultural appropriation. I get it. Doesn't feel so good, huh? Oh man, wifey, she got home after dropping off the kids, seen her little gifts. You know what I mean? She says thank you. She said I love you. I said I love you back. She gave me my gifts. I got some candles, which is the one she knows me, right? You know, I'm happy. I'm a simple guy. Give me a nice candle. I mean, maybe some incense or something, make the room smell good. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm not a complex guy. I mean, and she threw in the Reese's Hearts in there too. Yeah, your boy ate the whole box of Reese's Hearts. It was bad, man. There was only 2 in it. It was a king size. But then I dabbled into the assorted chocolates. Y'all know the assorted chocolates, the little heart chocolate box, right? It comes with like 12 in them. Yeah, 6 of them joints is gone. I guarantee you by the end of tonight, the other 6 is going to be gone. Not by me. They're probably already gone. My kids probably already raided the room. Was like, yo, what's that got? Chocolate. I'm going to get there. But where's my chocolate? I'm going to look at my babies and act like nothing's going on. I'm like, I see it on your face. Y'all eat all my chocolate. Bastards. I love my babies. Yeah, man. And Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. We had a really good, I've been telling you about this for the past, 2 months or so, about Fierce Fighting Championship 24, Idaho Falls. Let me tell you, man, let me just salute my team at Fierce Fighting Championship. My man, Zach, Blake, Jackson, Jason, man, there's so many on the team, and I appreciate every single one of you. These guys, man, they put up that cage, man. They break the cage down same night, man. They travel, man. Just a solid team, man. And I appreciate all your hard work. It's not an easy gig. It's a very, very high stress gig, because we're entertaining the people. The people buy tickets to be entertained, right? The fighters got to fight. The light man got to do the light man stuff. Jackson got to do the hosting thing. The guys on the pay-per-view, they got to call the shots, and it all has to move in this motion that's seamless. Because I didn't realize it until I watched the pay-per-view, but my music's being played on the pay-per-view. So now I'm looking at this thing a little bit differently now. And it's stressful. You know what I mean? Because if one thing's off, it could throw the whole thing off, right? If fighters are late because of medical issues, now the pay-per-view guys, they have to stall time. You know what I mean? And if Jackson needs stalled time, now I have to play a little bit longer, but we have to keep with the pay-per-view. There's a whole lot of moving parts with this thing. And so when we got the call to go to Fierce Fighting Championship 24 in Idaho Falls, it put even more stress, because now we're traveling outside the state, and it's an awkward time, right? It's an awkward period between Salt Lake and Idaho Falls. It's a different state, but it's a good 3 hours away, right? It's a good 3 hours. Terrain it could be worse, right? Terrain it was an easy drive. Thank goodness we made it fine. God, the universe, whatever you want to throw was on our side. We had beautiful weather on the travels out there. This was the first time my son Tavian took a not a real long road trip, but like a decent sized road trip. I think the furthest that he's actually had a road trip was to like just before. No, he's traveled to like, I think it was North Dakota, like right before there. So he's had a long ride, but not in a while, right? So he was excited, especially when we told him, hey, we're gonna stay in a hotel too. So this was his first time in a hotel room. So we got our little road snacks, right? The little road trip snacks, the beef jerky, the chips, the drinks, right? And he's happy. He got his crossword puzzles. He got his tablet. I mean, he's cool. He's chilling. He's cooling. And about 2 podcasts in, I mean, we made it. It was easy. Easy peasy, a little bit squeezy. One tank's all we needed. Like I said, it was a very smooth ride. And the whole time while I'm driving, I'm just nervous, right? Are we going the right way? Granted, it's a straight shot, but there was one turn where we had to get out of Malad, I believe it is, where you have to turn a little bit. If we didn't, we'll be going to Boise, which is out of the direction we needed to go, right? So there's that kind of stress. There's the stress of, hey, is the car gonna be fine? You know what I mean? Is the engine gonna be fine? Are the tires gonna be fine? Are we gonna run into a cuckoo on the road that gets crazy on the road? If we stop at a restaurant stop, or is it gonna be Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which almost happened? I ain't gonna lie, we almost made it all the way to Idaho Falls. I told the wifey, I was like, hey, I went to the restroom. Everybody went to the restroom before we got on the road. I think we can make it 3 hours to our final destination. I don't think we'll have to stop at a rest area. I thought wrong, because we were like maybe 10 minutes from our destination, and it was over. We had to pee. So we pulled over and we go to this rest area, and no lie, this rest area looked like a jail. It looked like Salt Lake County. It looked like bookings, right? And so we go in, and there's the men's side, the women's side. And so wifey, she goes in her side. I said, yo, if anything goes wrong, you just yell. Well, it'll echo. We can hear it. She's like, okay. So all right, we're going to go in here. So we go into the men's side, me and my son. And as soon as we get in, I'm like, okay, this looks like a rest area. It looks like a truck stop. You don't go into the stall because there's shit everywhere, right? Somebody had nachos in Pocatello, and Pocatello nachos messed up their stomach. You know what I mean? 35 miles later, they were in that restroom blowing it up. It was going crazy. So I look over to the left side, and there's this door, big metal door, huge, and it had one handle. And it looks like that scene in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one with Jessica Biel. You remember when we first see Leatherface in the house, and he slides that door open, and then he comes out with the, yeah, it looked like that. Or better yet, it looked like Saw. You remember Jigsaw, where he slams the door in Jigsaw 1, and that door slides open? That was the same door that was in this restroom, in this rest stop area. And I told Tavian, I said, yo, which is my son, I said, hey, I was like, if this door slides open, I'm running. And if he catches you, I know how to tell your mom we'll miss you. And he looked at me, he said, Dad, I'm not washing my hands. I'm out. I said, yo, wash your stinky hands. And so, needless to say, I had to tell the wifey when she was done. I said, yo, you got to come into this bathroom. You got to see what this door looks like. So I should have took a picture of it. But we go in there, and sure enough, she's like, oh, hell no. And turns right out and was gone. It was a creepy ass restroom. And there was like this one little like cut. There was like this one hole inside the door, like above the handle. I was like, yeah, I know there's an eye in there looking at us. I was like, I know there's an eye in there looking into this restroom right now. After we got out, we were heading to the car. There was this dude that came out, and he was a white dude, big old scruffy beard, gray, definitely like trucker vibes, but he didn't get into no truck. He got into a Jeep. I was like, that man was looking at my little thingy thing. He was not this thingy thing, not the ladder, not that thingy thing. He was looking at my little thingy thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was looking at it. I know it. Or he was looking at my cheeks, because I took my pants all the way down when I peed, because I was in such a hurry. I couldn't get the belt off, so I just kind of pulled all my pants down. So I was out there, cheeks out and everything. I was like, it's a restroom. It's a rest area. I ain't gonna see anybody that comes through here. I ain't gonna see him again. Like, they can see the cheeks. And so I was like, yo, this dude, he definitely seen something that he didn't want to see. And that's the day he decided not to kill nobody because he was disgusted. So we made it to Idaho Falls, and the guys, they already put up the cage and everything the night before. I came in day of, and so I had to get in there for sound check. So we pull up to the suites. I think it's a Holiday Inn Suites, one of those like business hotels where they have everything, Wi-Fi, everything for business people, right? And so we get in there, we get checked in, we go in, and the front desk lady's like, hello, right? Real nice lady. And she's like, how can I help you guys? And I was like, oh, I'm just here to check in. Gave her all my information. She gave the rundown. She was like, hey, we have this restaurant right down here. It's right on the side of the hotel. It's called Burger Theory. And your son, if he's under the age of 11, and if he's accompanied with you or your wife, he can eat for free. And that's for everything. He eats free. When they say that, they meant it. It didn't have to be the kids menu. He could have got the double, triple, whatever size burger. It was free. I was like, what? It's lit. I was like, yo, Idaho Falls got my heart already. So she helps us out, right? Boom, boom, leave me easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We get the little cart. We pull all our stuff up. We go upstairs, get into our room. And, man, that suite was sweet. It was dope. It had everything we need. Nice, comfy bed. You know what I mean? They had the cable television. They hooked us up with the you know what I mean, the stuff for, you know what I mean, like the coffee and everything like that. The bathroom was dope. It was just a really nice room, and Tavian's eyes just lit up. He felt like, I told him, I was like, yo, you feel like Kevin McAllister? He was like, yep. I was like, don't your ass order any type of room service. And I'm so glad I told him that, because the wife, she was like, oh, did you look at the thing? I was like, nah, what is it? She's like, oh, well, room service is 18%. You got to pay 18% gratuity, whatever that is, for like hospitality. A tip, pretty much. Whatever you order, 18% on top of that. I was like, damn. All right, well, I'll just walk my happy ass down to the restaurant because it's like a 3-minute walk. So, yeah, I end up just dropping off the wife and everybody, and I went straight to the arena. Took all my equipment, went straight to the arena, the Mountain America Center in Idaho Falls. Beautiful arena. They just finished it November of 2022. So last year, it's not even a year old yet. We were the first MMA event in this arena. I was the first DJ in this arena. And man, it was a really cool experience. Shout out to my man, Tony. Tony was the man that helped me get set up and everything like that. Shout out to my man, Brennan. He helped me out as well. And shout out to all the other staff, the arena workers, man, everybody in that arena, and with my experience, was really nice, really considerate, really helpful. And you don't always get that. Even as a performer, you don't always get that. Sometimes security take their job a little too serious. I've been to gigs where the security wouldn't let me in. I'm like, yo, I'm the DJ for the night. Oh, sorry, big man, we need this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dog, like, here's the flyer. I'm on the flyer. Sorry, big man. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dog, y'all making it hard for me. Y'all think I want to come back here now because y'all treat me like this? This happens. It happens all the time. And thank goodness, I know Idaho Falls did not make me feel that way. Idaho Falls was very welcoming. We after I was doing sound check, got everything set up, we were good to go. We went back to Burger Theory, and when we got there, there was a guy named by the name of Pedro. Shout out to Pedro. He's the man that helped us out. He was just really polite, really just nice, just what you want in a server, right? Attentive, you know what I mean? Looking out for us, and asking us what we like and whatnot, and giving his suggestions and whatnot. And boy, I had the best shrimp tacos there. They were fire. And some of the best JoJo's, or potato wedges. Some people call them potato wedges. In Portland, we always call them JoJo's, so that's what we call them, JoJo's. And super good, man, super good, fresh ingredients. You could tell like they went down to like a butcher, like at a butcher farm, like local, And it was really good. It was a really good experience. If you're ever in Idaho Falls, I know that sounds mad crazy, but maybe you're passing through to go up to Washington, Oregon, or go to Canada or whatever. Stop by the Holiday Inn Suites in Idaho Falls. There is a Burger Theory in there, and it is good. It is really good. It's a good place for you to stop and get something to eat. So after I was done with that, I know, long story, but it was a good time, man. It was a good weekend. Ended up going back to the arena after I got showered up and everything. Wifey dropped me off at the arena, and they came in with me. They came in and I showed them where I'm gonna be at, and it was a different view from the Maverick Center. And again, this is a new arena, so my son and wife were like, "Wow, this is beautiful." It's a really nice arena. It's about half the seating of the Maverick Center here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Well, West Valley City, Utah. Which made it feel more intimate. So the night starts off, right? Killing it. I'll open up an hour before we get fights going. And so I'm going. I'm reading the crowd, and the crowd is kind of hard to read, right? You automatically think if it was 15, 20 years ago, I'd be like, okay, I need to have just a country set. I need to play Taylor Swift. I need to keep it very bubblegum and sweet. But then I started thinking, man, no, it's 2023. I was like, these folks out here on the farm, I'm sure they listening to Lil Uzi Vert. I'm sure they listening to Coi Leray. I'm sure they listening to these type of artists. And sure enough, man, I hit them with it, boom, and it's going off. And you can see people vibing in the audience, and it made me feel good because sometimes you don't know. It's hard to you can't appeal to. Let me try to use my words carefully here, because as a DJ, as somebody that's a music curator, you can't always make somebody happy. You can't make everybody in that arena happy, whether if it's 2,000 people or 5 people in the arena. You're not gonna be able to make them all happy. But if you can get majority of them moving, typically the person next to them, if they're grooving, typically somebody's most likely to groove too, right? It's like when your friend tells you about a song, you're like, I'm not really feeling that song. But then your group of friends start listening to it more and they start grooving to it, and you're like, I think I like this song now, right? Same type of concept. So I just felt it. Once I see more people grooving and stuff, I'm like, okay, let's stay in this lane. Let's keep going. And it worked, man. Shout out to the fighters, man. The fighters put on a great show. All the amateurs that started off the card, man, put on a great show. The fighters from Idaho, man, y'all got some good fighters. Y'all got some talent. Keep going, because MMA in Idaho is alive and well. I seen it. The crowd sees it, and hopefully their town sees that now. That, we got something cool. And hopefully they have us back, because between the electricity that they brought, the electricity that Utah brought, it just made the event so fun. And if you want to watch it, you can go on the fiercefightingchampionship.com right now. The pay-per-view is up. It was sold out. It was a sold out event. When I pulled into town, I'm asking, around the town, like, oh, you coming to the fights tonight, whatever and whatever. Like, yeah. And as I'm sound checking, one of the guys that worked at the arena, he was like, yo, y'all just sold out. I was like, what? And then sure enough, I get back to the hotel. I'm talking to Jackson. Jackson's like, yeah, we just sold out. I was like, what? It's like, yeah. First out of state event, and we sold out a brand new arena, new to this community. This is a major deal, guys. This is a major, major deal. And I just wanted to, take a second, give the team their flowers and say congratulations. That's one milestone. Keep our heads down, man. Let's keep working. When we were on our way home, of course, right? My pops. No, he didn't ask for a blunt this time. He asked for lottery tickets. Yo, you want to stop and give me a couple scratches? I'll give you some money. I was like, Dad, come on now. I know you ain't giving me no money. You give me a Powerball? I was like, yeah, man, I got you. So I got him some scratches, got me some scratches, got a couple Four Locos, for the boys. And as we're pulling out of the gas station, right before we hit the freeway, I open up the trunk to put the liquor in the trunk, right? Because you can't just ride with this across the border. I don't think you can do that. So I put everything there, and I have to move some bags. Unfortunately, the bag that I grabbed was the one with the dirty laundry in it. the little plastic bag that the hotel or the hospital gives you when you're about to exit. You know what I mean? That type of bag. So I pulled it. I lifted it up and it ripped. And draws went everywhere. My girl's panties flew up in the air, was just hovering for a minute. I was like, yo. She's like, get him. Get him. She's reaching for him. They're floating away. I'm like, yo, why'd you tell me that was going to rip? Yeah, that happened. It was pretty funny. The Super Bowl happened. So we pulled back in town just in time for the Super Bowl. I'm tired, man. I'm like, yo, there's no way I'm going to make it to halftime to see Riri. And I was excited, man. It's Rihanna. Like, I'm a Rihanna fan. I love Rihanna. So I'm excited to see her, and I'm excited for a good game. I knew this was going to be a good game. I knew Casey was going to bring it. I knew Philly was going to bring it, but I thought I was going for Philly, to be honest with you, and it was looking good, man. They scored first. They strike first, but you want to say bad calls? You want to say they could have did more? Don't leave it in the ref's hands. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to this game, but I know I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the halftime show, and especially the halftime show. A lot of people had a lot of critical things to say about Rihanna. And when I say a lot of people, it was Twitter, right? It was social media. It was people looking for attention. Even some of my friends on Facebook. I'm like, okay. I was trying to understand where they were coming from, because here is a woman that just announced that she's pregnant. She just had a baby with ASAP. Now she just announced that she's pregnant. Nobody knew this. Nobody knew. There was no leaked anything. There was no rumors that she was already pregnant. I didn't see nothing in the news. I didn't see nothing in the gossips. But sure enough, once the camera panned on her, she was rubbing that belly. And at first, here's the thing. You don't ever want to be like, yo, she's pregnant. Because you don't know. That might be a little, a little something after the first baby. You never know, right? You don't want to just jump out the window and be like, she's pregnant. You don't want to do that. So you got to wait for the confirmation. So the whole performance, I'm like, oh, Rihanna's getting down. This is dope. She's coming on banger after banger after banger after banger. 40, 50 feet up in the air, it looked like. A few stories up in the air on these platforms. The dancers, every move was in sync. It was dope. I don't know if it was just television or what, but it looked really, really dope. And it sounded like she was singing for real. Sometimes you could tell when an artist is lip syncing. And I don't think she was. I think that there was a background track, obviously, but you would hear her breaths in between her notes. You would hear these things. And of course, like, she wasn't moving like she wasn't pregnant. So the whole time I'm like, I know she's pregnant, but I ain't saying nothing. Right? I ain't say nothing. But as I'm watching it, and then Wild Ones came on, or was it Wild Thoughts? I was like, yo, is Santana gonna come out? Because I seen the little band setting up. I was like, yo, is Santana about to pop out? And then the Drake joint came out, Work came out. I was like, yo, is Drake gonna come out? And then Run This Town came out. I was like, there's no way Kanye's gonna come out or anything like that. I was like, but Hove's there, right? Jay-Z's gonna be there. He's there. It's like, is Hove gonna come out? Nope. That's what made me appreciate this performance even more, because typically it's not just one solo artist. It's an artist featuring so and so and so and so and so forth. There's usually about three or four other performers that come out, and it gives the main vocalist or the main performer a chance to catch their breath or whatever, right? Or do a wardrobe change or whatever. Her standing up there for 15 minutes, performing hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, not missing one beat, not messing up once. Now, granted, she was just kind of gliding, right? She was doing her two-step. But what do you expect? She's pregnant. She's with child, probably about 5 to 6 months right now. I don't know about you, but I had a wife that's had 3 babies. Being that far along, they get gassed really quick. I mean, they're baking a baby. They're making a whole human. Like, what are you going to do? You expect her to... And the whole time I'm like, yo, get her off of this platform right now. The worst things were coming to my head, man. If she slipped, if she falls, this is bad. This is horrible. This is going to be the worst thing that we've seen. Get her off of those platforms. But nah, man, she was a professional, man. at one point I was like, yo, they didn't latch her back in. I feel like there was one point they didn't latch her back in. I feel like the dancer messed up, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But when I seen this hate online about Rihanna, all this it was boring. They didn't bring out no performers. All she did was stand there. I'm like, dog, look at what she did. She hasn't been on a stage in like 7 years. She hasn't done this in a very long time. And now she has the world watching, not just America, not just Arizona, the world watching her live do this. And she's with child, and she knows that she's the only one here, so she has to let that breath control got to be good. And I'm about 99% sure she was really singing. Of course, she had to backtrack, but I feel like there was a huge portion of her performance where she was actually singing. You know she's hitting those notes. So for people to say, oh, that was whack or whatever, I'm like, yeah, Prince wasn't pregnant. Michael Jackson wasn't with child. Beyonce wasn't pregnant. Beyonce just coming off of a whole world tour. Like, come on. Rihanna did this pregnant in an outfit that I know she was hot in, right? With what looked like hundreds of dancers all in sync. Yeah, man. Salute to the queen herself, Rihanna. She let it be known too. She threw it up right after. It's The Rock. Hey Alexa, can you show me a new barber?
Don't worry, I got you.
Boogie Down Barbershop in Taylorsville is now open. Anything from gentleman's cuts, taper, fade, or if you want to treat yourself to a nice hot towel shave, Boogie Down Barbershop has you covered. Cuts for men and kids. Book your appointment today at boogiedownbarbershop.com.
What?
What is that noise? You know what the deal is. 385-240-4666 is the number for What's That Noise. Got a brand new noise for you. If you think you know what this noise is and you want to try to win $50, make sure you leave a voice note. You can leave it anytime, any day, anywhere. I'll play it here on the podcast. Or you can also shoot us a text. 385-240-4666 is the number. Here is the noise. Ooh, that noise right there, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this is gonna go pretty quick, but at the same time, it's kind of tricky too. What do you say? Let me know. 385-240-4666 is the number for What's That Noise. Get your guesses in. What do you think it is? Let me know.
Hey, Dre, would you calm down for a moment and just let me talk? Just at this point, you're just rambling, all right? What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Will Wonder, and I have a podcast called The Will Wonder Pod. I know, super original name, but I promise you'll love it. We talk sports, we talk music, and generally have some really interesting interviews with people that are doing some really cool things. So make sure you check it out wherever you get your podcast. Once again, that is The Will Wonder Pod. All right, Dre, go on about your business, whatever the fuck you were talking about.
The name says it all.
Uh-oh, you know my name.
This is Are You Dumb?
The aliens are out there. First it was the weather balloon, alleged weather balloon from China, right? Now it was an unidentified object over Alaska that the U.S. government shot down. Is it more China drones? Is it UFOs? I mean, it is, right? Unidentified flying object is what it's called, right? A UFO. It was a UFO. Was it a drone from another country? I don't know. But what's crazy to me is we got the U.S. Air Force shooting down things. If you're not close enough to see what it is, you're just shooting. You're just like, oh, there's something in the air. Bah, 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 bah. You know what it was. If you're shooting down something, you know what it was. Why aren't you telling us? Huh? What are you hiding? Huh? What's going on? Because you're not just going to be up in the air, see something, shoot it, and not be able to report back to your boss, yo, I shot down what looked like to be blah, blah, blah. You know what it was. You know what it was. Don't play. All I got to say is, man, things are bubbling up with I don't know if it's propaganda. I don't know. Here's my thing. here's where I get a little bit torn. What if that wasn't even like that balloon? What if that wasn't even like China? What if or maybe it was China, but what if it was something that wasn't even like a threat, right? Or what if it was? There's so much in the air right now. I know that there's been a long thing about the U.S. looking for a reason to go to war with China. This balloon and now maybe a drone coming into our aerospace, that could be calls for, let's get a little bit more aggressive. You're hearing a little bit more aggressive talk from Trumpito, who is coming in 2024, right? Is this going to be something that he runs off of? Is there going to be a war with China in 25? I hope not, man. War is not cool. Like, why? What? Somebody's balloon flew in our yard? All right, what's that balloon doing? All right, well, let's tell them what's up, but we don't got to get it crazy with it. I don't think so. Some people, I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, yo, like, if we go to war with China, it's bad news. They're like, why? I was like, dog, that's China, man. That's one of the like, for our economy, we rely on them a lot. Now, if we scale back and we stop relying on other countries, what does that mean for us? I mean, how the whole money thing, the money's not even a real thing. You know what I mean? Money's not even real. We put this value on money. We put this value on products. What do? I know we can build factories over here. We can do everything to be self-sustaining over here. There's plenty of companies over here that try to be self-sustaining, but they can't because it's cheaper across seas. So when are we going to pull the trigger and be self-sufficient? When is that going to happen? Because until it does, we're going to continue to have BS and wars and things that we don't want to see and things that none of us agree with. It's going to keep happening, unfortunately. Now, a cheerleader, she got ejected for walking on a court in a college game. Now, I got the audio here. I got a video. I'll try to put it up on the YouTube channel for YouTube Gang, but I also don't want to get flagged. So if this gets flagged, I apologize. But let's take a listen.
Tonight, so he's kind of made his presence felt in the paint tonight.
And Terracotta nails both free throws.
So what just happened was one of the players, he just shot a free throw, and the cheerleader, she did her little, oh yeah, he made a score, blah, blah, blah. Did a little jump kick and kicked the opposing team, one of the players. So now they're playing, and they're running back down court.
Layup up and no good.
They're in transition.
By Thompson.
Out of bounds. So it's a dead ball. The cheerleader walks up to the player, pushes him, and is telling him something.
And the Alabama A&M coach, he's fussing. He's fussing and cussing.
Yeah. And coach is kind of losing it over here as he feel like
security.
That kind of security, not sure what's going on.
Oh,
and they're going to put one of the cheerleaders out of the game, it seems.
Yeah, she punched him, I think. It's not just any security. Like, they got the security guard, and he got like 5 guys with him. 5 guys, burgers, and fries.
And
it's getting real heated here at the R.W. Harrison complex.
They're walking toward the cheerleading section.
Big brolic dude. Look like the dude from South the Yard.
One of the cheerleaders, I'd say one of the cheerleaders walked onto the court.
This is crazy.
And they're going to say she has to go.
She's trying to test somebody. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so the cheerleader, she got upset because the man, right, the opposing team, he went to inbound the ball and she kicked him on accident, right? The whole thing was just an accident, right? But she wanted to escalate. I don't know if there was something that happened before. Maybe there was words said before it. I don't know. But what I do know is that this cheerleader, she thought that it was appropriate to go during a dead ball, during the ball was out of the bounds, to go up to this player and have words with him. You can't do that. Like, why? He wasn't saying nothing to you. It was an accident. And even if it wasn't, maybe go after the game and be like, yo, what's up, man? Like, what happened? Why are you in my way? You should also, as a cheerleader, be aware of your surroundings. You're doing a back front tuck, handspring, whatever it is, and you run into somebody, that's yo ass. I seen it. I was DJing for Arena Football, Screaming Eagles, a few years ago at the Maverick Center, and one of the cheerleaders, she didn't pay attention, and she was doing a whole cartwheel, flip, tumble. She was doing like 3 or 4 flips, and she ends up running into one of the players. The player had no idea what was going on. The player was just, he was standing there, and she was boom, and he didn't move at all. But her little self, and she was down for a minute. I was like, yeah, you need to be aware of your surroundings if you're going to be tumbling and doing all these flips and stuff. I feel bad for her though, because I know that was embarrassing. But you put yourself in the hot seat. If you bring attention to yourself, you can't be embarrassed when the attention is really put on you. Young lady. It was a tight game too. I want to know who won.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is Host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
And now the movie review segment you didn't ask for. It's down in front.
Season 1, episode 5 of The Last of Us. This is the Last of Us daily or weekly breakdown. Not really a weekly breakdown because I don't want to spoil anything for you. All I'm here to tell you is this is a great show. This is a phenomenal show. This is a show where I am still thinking, is there any hope on these episodes? Because every time I fall in love with a character and I see it coming, I told the wife, we're sitting on the couch, I was like, you like blah, blah, blah? She's like, yeah. I was like, watch. They're dead. Sure enough, they were dead. It sucks, man. Because, and this is how great this writing is on this show. Great writing because you fall in love with these characters, right? You want to see these characters make it to the end of this season or whatever. You want them to survive. And you think it's going one way and they take you to a whole nother place. Man, they introduce whole new characters as far as these zombies go. They had one big brawling Vin Diesel looking monster. I mean, he had a herpes on his head. It looked crazy. And that dude was just ripping out people. Bah, 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 bah. Like, boom, boom. Like, just going crazy. Ripping people apart. Rip dude's head off. It's crazy. Can't say it enough. It was crazy. How crazy? It was crazy. Make sure you watch The Last of Us. I really wish I could dive into it. Maybe what I'll do is, maybe we'll do a separate down in front. We talk about The Last of Us each episode. Maybe we give like full breakdown, all spoilers, and we just dive knee deep into this thing because it is that good. I'm not blowing smoke, man. This is one of those movies that's gonna get, what is it called, an Emmy, a Tony, all of that. All the awards are coming to this show. HBO, man, y'all did it, man. Y'all did it with this joint. I'm telling you, don't waste your time. Go get it right now. Go download the HBO Max or ask your friends for a login. My logins have already been maxed out. Go get it because it's worth it. Now, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Fox have entered into a non-exclusive broadcast direct deal to develop scripted dramas, live action comedies, and animated series through his production company, Unit Films Television. Michael Thorne, Fox Entertainment's president, scripted programming announced on Tuesday. 50 Cent is in Fox now. Now here's the thing. He did Stars, right? Power, BMF, great shows. He's in works with the Marshall Mathers, right? The 8 Mile series, which is gonna be. I can't wait for that. Everything 50 Cent touches, it is gold. And now you might argue and say, Dre, the late seasons of Power were tired. I get it. He had to set it up for the universe, right? He had to set it up for the Power universe. And now you look at it. Now you have the Book of Canaan. You have a Tommy story, right? You have all these other spinoffs. And now he's just gonna do the same thing, but in television on Fox. And Animated series. Think about animated like hip hop, maybe hip hop driven cartoon. You know what I mean? Family Guy, Cleveland Show, all these great animated series that they've had on Fox, The Simpsons, right? Bob's Burgers. Think about if we have some cultural representation on that side. How dope would it be? What if we had a whole animated series that was involved with some of the celebrities we love, right? What if there was a whole animated series where it was like, it was 50 Cent, but then we also get like the stories of 50 Cent in, Vivica A. Fox or something. You know what I mean? Or just different skits in animated form. I'm tuning in because there are certain things that we see in hip hop history, and if it's done in that format, it's gonna be out of here, man. Think about Boondocks. We need another Boondocks. We need something that fills in that gap because we haven't had it since it was done. Since Boondocks was done, since John Witherspoon passed away, because they were supposed to bring it back, right? But then John Witherspoon passed away, and I think it's just done. And Granddad was, he's a big part in that series, so. I don't know. Maybe I need to look into that. Whatever happened to Boondocks coming back? I don't know. I need to maybe look into that. But I'm excited for it. Scripted dramas. We know that the writing of Fifth is really good. Live action comedies. Are we going to get a sketch show? We need a sketch show. Sketch shows are dead. Since Key and Peele, sketch shows are dead. And you better not argue Saturday Night Live. Stop it. This short range content that we get on the internet, right? The TikTok type of content, Fifth can do that quick. It's a quick turnaround. I'm excited for it. Let me know what your thoughts are. 385-240-4666.
Hey, yo, you're probably listening to the Unrestricted Podcast with DreRawka.
We are?
No, they are.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the real Ruby. You can catch me and Fonzie and the G Daddy Funk on Lake Talk 801 Podcast.
Yeah, but I think you have to come in more smoother, more funnier. Like, yeah, they could catch us on the Lake Talk 801 podcast.
Yeah, y'all can catch us on the Lake Talk 801.
Yeah, and be like, and yeah, man, hey, and they could catch people like me, the real Ruby, and people like you, Fonzie, and people like him, G Daddy Funk, on the Lake Talk 801. Who cares?
What did he say?
Huh?
I didn't hear him.
I don't know, but this probably should be the ad.
Are these on?
Catch a new episode every Monday on all streaming platforms. The Lake Talk 801. Tune in now.
Karl Malone is a traitor. John Jones is the greatest of all time, but cocaine is a hell of a drug. It's your sports segment.
NBA All-Star Weekend is this weekend, 17th through the 19th. Boom. In Salt Lake City, Utah. Yes, in my home city, in my hometown of Salt Lake, we are hosting the NBA All-Star Game. I am staying the furthest away from downtown as I can. I did have plans. If these plans plan out, I will be down there. But I'm not just going down there for fun. Nah, like I need a check. I hate crowds. I get very anxious around crowds. You know what I mean? I honestly think it all started from the whole Batman shooting up the Batman movie in Colorado. I think that's what kind of scarred me from wanting to be gathered around people. I don't know. I know it's gonna be safe. I know there's gonna be security and everything like that, but man, people, just unexpected people, drunk people from out of town that think that. Now here's the thing: is that there is some type of weird entitlement kind of thing that happens when you go from a big city to a small city. Like when I went to Idaho, I ain't gonna lie, I went to Idaho and I thought I was cool because I was like, yo, y'all don't got a liquor store. At least we got a liquor store. Y'all ain't got a bowling alley. Well, shit. Well, at least we got a bowling alley. I mean, I'm a dumbass that had this type of thought. And I know these people from Hollywood, Atlanta, Florida, they're gonna come here and they'll be like, oh, it's Salt Lake City. Oh, we can run this town. It's our town now. I don't want no problems. Because there's gonna be there's gonna be some Salt Lakers out there that's gonna give you some problems. There's gonna be some people out there that are gonna be like, no, this is our town. What's up? Nah, I don't want no problems. I'm going to stay my ass at home, and I'm going to tune in February 17th for the Jordan Rising Stars practice, the Basketball Hall of Fame news conference, and the Ruffles Celebrity All-Star game, along with the Jordan Rising Stars game. That's all going down Friday on TNT, ESPN, and the NBA TV app as well. Saturday, February 18th, there is the NBA HBCU Historic Black College University Classic presented by AT&T. That's going to be on NBA TV, TNT, and ESPN2. Southern University versus Grambling State University. That will be good to watch because, them bands, they get down. They get busy. And that's another thing, too. Like, all these different bands and different cultures are going to be downtown. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So don't let my scared ass scare you from going out and exploring. I mean, take your family out. You might meet a nice person from Grambling State, and they might tell you all about Grambling State. I don't know. But on Saturday as well, it's the State Farm's All-Star Saturday Night, which is the Kia Skills Challenge. That's the first event. The Starry 3-Point Contest, which is the newest drink from Pepsi. That they slid Mount Sierra Mist out the way. They said, yo, give us the Starry. All right. The Starry 3-Point Contest, that's going to be lit. And then the AT&T Slam Dunk Contest, that is the last contest of the night. They need to step it up. This weekend has not been entertaining, for me at least, in a very long time. Since what's his name? Aaron Gordon? Is that what his name is? That wasn't the Slam Dunk Contest? I think that was the last time that I actually got excited for it. What else we got? On Sunday, February 19th, the NBA G League Next Up game. So that's all our G League players, right? The best of the best from the G League are going to step up and have a game. It's kind of like their little all-star game or whatever. And then after that, it's the All-Star Draft presented by Jordan Brand. So that's when they're going to make their picks, and that's going to be exciting. And then, of course, tip-off for the 72nd NBA All-Star Game is at 8:30 Eastern. That's what, 6:30 Mountain Standard. What's that, 5:30 Central or Pacific? So, yeah, my black ass will be on the couch watching that, probably with some chicken wings or something, with the fam bam, and just having a good time. Maybe have a nice beverage or so. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna spend my NBA All-Star weekend. Lame, I know. It's a historic event. It probably won't come back to Utah until like 2040 something or 50 something. I get it. Maybe by that time, if I'm alive, I'll be like, you know what? Let's go downtown, kids. I could take my grandkids. I remember when I was a young buck, they brought the NBA All-Star game twice. Karl Malone and Stockton, they won the MVP, and then the second time, a young man named Donovan Mitchell, he won it. That's my prediction, by the way. Donovan Mitchell will be the NBA All-Star Game MVP. Stamp it, mark it, throw with the M, put it in the mix for Mitchell. He's gonna win it. I'm already calling it. All right. If marketing wins it, that'd be cool. Right, being in Utah, I think they might try to set it up for marketing to get the most looks to win it. But I also feel like Donovan Mitchell, it's his year. I think he's gonna get it. But I can't. What are you gonna do, man? I hate crowds. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Maybe I'll make my way down there. There's a couple events that I've been asked to do, but they also haven't cut the check, so I need to cut the check in order for me to get down there. Utah Jazz, man, there's some news with the Utah Jazz. So last time we talked, I said there was a chance that Westbrook would be coming to Utah. That trade did happen. Russell Westbrook, as it lands right now, Tuesday, February 14th at 5:27 p.m. Westbrook is a Jazz man. Now will he be suiting up in a Jazz uniform? It sounded far-fetched until these latest reports came out. So the Utah Jazz, as it stands right now, the Utah Jazz said, hey, Westbrook, we would love to have you suit up, but we're also not going to break our back to have you suit up. We have our young team. We know who we're going to play. We know who we're going to give minutes to. We know what we're building here. If you want to be a part of it, great. We would love to have you. But if you don't, cool. We'll buy you out. We'll figure out something with another team. But you but we need to know what's going on. So they're giving Westbrook hope. I think by the end of this week, hopefully before the All-Star weekend, we'll know where Westbrook lands. Is he going to finish out the season as a Jazz man, or is he going to leave Utah with a bag and possibly go to probably Chicago or Orlando? Wherever he goes, he probably won't be there for a very long time. Westbrook, I feel, is in a weird place, and I feel bad for Westbrook because he's a phenomenal player. He's a player that hustles. He has heart. I feel he gives you all. You look at him play, man. He has hustle. I just feel like I don't know if he hasn't been embraced. I don't know what it is. Maybe he goes back to Houston. I don't know. And anybody that says that Utah does not like Russ, let's not bunch that into everybody, because there was two incidents that happened with two dumbass people. So and if you defend the people that say some crazy things, you're probably part of the problem too. I feel Russ, for very good reasons, does not like to play here because that's all he's been known for, right? That's all he's experienced is the bad. But if I feel like Russ could really run with this young team too. I feel like this would be a really good fit for the Jazz if they had Russ come in, play, embrace him. Fans those loyal Jazz fans that are loyal, and I get it. Have team pride, have team spirit, but embrace him as well. Give him a fresh start. He's had words for the Jazz community as well. I get it. But I'll tell you what, he's a great player, and if they can build this team, and if Russ can play a really big part in this team, it could mean a championship in the next, few years. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wasting my energy on this. I don't know. All I gotta say is seeing Marketing, Clarkson, Sexton, and Russ, and then and Walker Kessler out there together, that'd be crazy. That'd be dope. It'd be really dope. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping for the best. Fierce Fighting Championship, man. We are back March 18th, Saturday at Clearfield High for the Challenger Series. Doors open at 4 p.m. Fights start at 5 p.m. For more information on how you can be involved, even if you are maybe a local business or you want to get some advertising, fiercefightingchampionship.com. And as I mentioned earlier in the show, you can watch Fierce Fighting Championship pay-per-view number 24 online right now, fiercefightingchampionship.com. Just go on there, look underneath the media hub. It is underneath Fierce 24 pay-per-view. Very simple, very easy to find. I look forward to seeing these fights just keep growing, man. I'm telling you, man, Utah MMA, we are almost at this brink. We are almost at this brink of being out of here and taking our promotion and going out of state and putting on a show and it selling out and the people of Idaho loving us. Awesome. Let's go to Nevada. Let's go to Colorado. Let's go down to Phoenix. That would be cool, man. If we can do this and travel, and man, it's just a really cool moment and a really great time. Man, you know what sounds really good? Just some chips and salsa.
You want the best salsa ever? Get yourself some Sauce Up Salsa at sauceupsalsa.com. Fresh fire roasted salsa, fresh ingredients, fresh produce made just for you.
All right, that's it. That's all your bitch-ass gets.
All right, that's all you get. Isolation20 Podcast, episode number 65. Correct me if I'm wrong. I got my young Majin hoodie on right now. Go check his stuff out. You can just follow him at Who's This AZN, I believe. On Instagram, you can find his link and buy a hoodie and support him. He's a really dope, talented artist who just dropped a new project that is dope as well. You can also buy my merch at allrock.com, ALLRAWK.com. New merch up there, so make sure you go and find it, purchase it, collect it, whatever you got to do to show your support. Share it with a friend. Share the show with a friend. Share it with your colleagues. If you can't buy a shirt and you just want to support, that's a way that you can support as well. Unrestricted man, I set a goal for this year. I said, Dre, what can you do? How can you up this thing? You know, I always tell my friends, yo, do more. Push the boundaries. See how far you can, you know, take this content thing. Have fun with this thing. And so I set that same expectation on myself. I said, Dre, we're going to drop Unrestricted on Tuesdays. We're going to drop Isolation20 on Thursdays. Unrestricted, having guests, having friends, doing that thing. And then Isolation, you and I, just talking, hanging out on Thursdays. And we've made it damn near 2 months now of nonstop, action-packed, quality-driven content. And you know, it makes it easier when people like you listen and share and comment. Man, it means the world to me because I truly have fun with this. I've been having a lot of fun with this since like 2013, 14. And it's just gonna keep going. Hopefully I never fall out of love with this thing, but I love where we're at. Salute to intern Billy. He's been consistent on 2 episodes now, so Billy, thank you. Shout out to Free Temptation Marketing, my man Waldo. If you need photography or videos, whatever it is, he got you covered. And if you're looking for a place to shoot your podcast, or if you're looking for a creative space, or if you need some consulting work, All Rock Media on Instagram. Be more than happy to help you out. Okay, it is Valentine's Day. It is about 5:30, I think, almost 6. I need to get out of here. It's taco night. I asked the wifey, I said, hey, what do you want for dinner? It's your choice. Whatever you want, baby. I got you. She could have said Tony Roma's. She could have said Red Lobster. She could have said Ruth Chris. She said, you know what, baby? What I want is that nice big dick. No, I was playing. I said, yo, I don't got a big dick, so you out of luck. Then she started crying. Just playing. She said no. She said, hey, I want your tacos. I said, cool, what a coinkydink. I was gonna go there, but I'm not gonna go there. So yeah, I'm about to go home, make my world famous tacos, and chill out, watch something with the family, and do it all again tomorrow. More content, more laughs, more love. Remember to laugh, live, laugh, love, have the day you deserve. Always protect your light. We out. Peace.